There's a specific kind of stuck that nobody really talks about. It's not that things are going badly. On paper, things look fine. Good job, steady paycheck, and yet there's this quiet feeling that something's off, and you can't quite name it. If you've ever felt that, this video is gonna put words to it. I'm going to walk you through why so many capable, hardworking people hit this exact feeling in the middle of their career. The real reason underneath it, which is almost never what people think, and a few honest ways to start getting unstuck without blowing up your whole life. And near the end, I'm going to point out the one thing that quietly keeps good people stuck the longest. It's so common that most folks never even question it. And it might be the very thing you've been doing on repeat. If we haven't met, I'm Kim. I spent 30 years climbing the ladder in the corporate world. And now I help people build a life with more freedom and more options through Solution to Freedom. So this isn't theory for me. I lived in that stuck place for a very long time. And from the outside, I had it all together. Inside, I was tired. I was stretched, and I kept thinking I did everything right. So why does it feel like this? I want you to know, if that's where you are, there's nothing wrong with you. There's just something missing, and it can be added. Before we dig in, I'm offering a free class. And if by the end of this, you're ready to actually do something about that stuck feeling, that's your next step. It's free. And the link's in the description. All right, let's get into why this happens. Let's start by being honest about the feeling, because naming it takes away some of its power. And it usually shows up on a Sunday night, that little weight in the chest before the week even starts. It shows up when you catch yourself counting the years until retirement instead of looking forward to Monday. It shows up when you're doing fine financially, but you still feel like you're running just to stay in place. And here's the part that messes with people the most. You feel a little guilty for feeling it. You think, I should be grateful. People would love to have what I have. And both things are true at once. You can be grateful and feel stuck. One doesn't cancel the other. So let's stop arguing with the feeling and start listening to it, because it's actually trying to tell you something useful. Now, why does this happen to so many of us right in the middle of a perfectly good career? Well, here's the reframe I wish someone had handed me years ago. Feeling stuck is usually not a sign that you failed. It's a sign that you outgrew something. The very ambition and drive that made you good at your job is the exact same drive now tapping you on the shoulder saying, but there's more. For most people, the thing that's actually missing isn't money, and it isn't effort. You've got plenty of effort. What's missing is freedom, control over your time, and options that belong to you. Think about it. You can be paid well and still have almost no say over your hours or your schedule, or what happens if one company changes its mind. That's not a comfort problem. That's a freedom problem. And no amount of harder fixes a freedom problem. It usually makes it worse. So stay with me, because in a minute, I'll give you the honest fix, but you have to see the real cause first. When I really look at it, there are 3 quiet reasons this feeling sticks around. The first is leaning on a single income. When everything you have flows through one single income, a part of you never fully relaxes, because deep down, you know it's not entirely in your hands. That low-level worry is exhausting, even when you don't name it. And the second is that none of it feels like yours. You pour your best energy, your ideas, your years into something. At the end of the day, you're building someone else's thing. There's a quiet ache in that, and it's real. And the third is that your identity got wrapped around a title. When who you are gets tangled up with that role on your business card, it's hard to imagine being anything else. So you stay with it, even when the fit stopped being right a while ago. If any of those landed, that free class in the description is where I show you exactly how people are adding that first option on the side, because the fix starts with seeing that it's actually possible for someone like you. So let's talk about the fix. And I want to be really clear, because this is where people panic. Getting unstuck does not mean quitting tomorrow and gambling your security or making some dramatic leap. That's the movie version, and it's a bad idea for most people. The honest version is quieter and a lot safer. It starts by adding one option, just one. You keep your security exactly where it is, and on the side, in the small pockets of the time you do have, you start building something that's yours, something small, something that, even if it's tiny at first, belongs to you and gives you a second source of breathing room. Because here's what changes the moment you have even one option of your own. That stuck feeling, it loosens its grip. You stop feeling trapped because you're no longer relying on a single door. You don't even have to walk through the new door right away. Just knowing it's there changes how that Monday feels. Freedom isn't always a giant leap. Usually it's one honest option added on purpose. Now, I promised you the one thing that quietly keeps good people stuck the longest, and here it is. It's believing that more of the same will fix it. Work a little harder, climb a little higher, take on a little bit more. We do this because hard work is what's always paid off before. So when we feel stuck, our instinct is to apply more effort to the exact same path. But if the real problem is a lack of options, then more effort on one path you already have doesn't free you. The way out isn't more, it's different. It's adding something of your own on the side on purpose. The day I stopped trying to work out a freedom problem and started building one small option for myself, that's the day things actually began to change. So if you take one thing from this, let it be this. That stuck feeling isn't a flaw, and it isn't the end of the road. It's a signal, and the answer isn't to grit your teeth and push harder. It's to quietly start building one option that belongs to you. Your step this week is small. Just get honest about which one of these 3 reasons is loudest for you. And if you're ready to see what adding one option of your own actually looks like, that free class in the description is exactly where to start. And if you've been carrying this feeling alone, come inside the Solution to Freedom community, a free place full of people working through this exact same thing, because this is so much easier when you're not doing it by yourself. You're not stuck for good. You're just one honest option away. I'll see you in the next one.